Hi everyone, my name is Melanie Enricoso and I will be discussing to you one of the four basic types of conic section, which is ellipse. So ellipse is a set of all points P in a plane such that the sum of the distances of P from two fixed points in the plane is constant. Each of the fixed points, if 1 and if 2, is called the focus, and together they are called foci. Referring to the figure V1 and V2, through the foci is the major axis. The perpendicular bisector V1 and V2 of the major axis is the minor axis. Each of the major axes V1 and V2 is called the vertex. The midpoint of the line is called the center of the ellipse. And take note, A is always greater than B. And simply say, x-intercept is greater than y-intercept. And now, let us proceed to our problem 1. Discover the drop of the equation with the center of the origin and the given of x squared over 4 plus y squared over 16, and find the length of the latus victum and eccentricity. So, as you see that this equation is standard form, and we can see that this is the vertical major axis. Since our A is along the y-axis, as we know that A is always greater than B. So, we have this given x squared over 4 plus y squared over 16. So, we have A squared is equal to 16. So, taking the square root, so we have E squared E is equals square root of 16, 4. So, our value of B, which is B squared, is equals the value of B, 4, and taking the square root, it is equal B, it is equal to. To find our vertices, we know that A is distant from the focal point. So, our vertices, which is vertex 1, is 4, 0. And our vertex 2, and this is 0 and negative 4. And to find our focus, so we have this formula. C squared is equals A squared minus B squared. So, our A squared, substituting rather, so our A squared is 16. So, we have C squared is equals 16 and minus our B squared is 4. So we have 4. So 16 minus 4, so we have C squared is equals 12. So taking the square to eliminate the square, so we have C squared, so C is positive negative 2 square root of 3, and approximately, so we have 3.46. Now we can have our major axis. So our major axis, which is, we have this 2a, and the value of so was 2, and the value of a, which times 4 is equals 8. So now, and our minor axis. So in our minor axis, we have this 2b is equals, and the value of b is 2. So we have 2 times 2. So substitute, so we have 2 times 2 is equals 4. So to find our latus victum, so we have this. To find our latus victum, so by having this 2b squared over a. Substitute, so we have 2 and the value of b squared is 4 over the value of a, which is 4. So let us multiply. 2 times 4 is equals 8, and copy the value of a, which is 4. So by having half of 8, so we have 4 over 4. So approximately is equals 1. So we can have now our endpoints of LR. So we have this one. So 1 and 2 square root of 3. The second is negative 1 and negative 2 square root of 3. The third one, which is negative 1 and 2 square root of 3. The last one, we have 1 and negative square root of 3. And now we're going to sketch our graph. So by sketching the graph, we need to locate first our center. So our center here, which is our center is 0, 0. So the second one is our vertices. So we have the vertex 1, which is 0, positive 4. So we have here. And our vertex 2, so we have 0, negative 4. So we have here. And the third one, our focus. So our focus 1 is here. 0, 2, square root 3. And our focus 2, so we have here. Negative 2 square root of 3. And now our endpoints of latus rectum. So first is our 1, 2/3. And now we're going to locate our endpoints of latus rectum, which is the first one is the 1 and 2 square root of 3. So we have here. And the second quadrant, which is for negative. So we have here. And the third one is our negative and positive 2 square root. So here. So 1, negative. And the last one, we have positive and negative 2 square root of 3. So we have here. So, and now we're going to connect our points. So, as we can see that our graph is along the y-axis. Now let us proceed our problem number 2, which is discover the graph of the equation of center HK. So we have the problem x negative 4 squared over 36 plus 4 negative 2 squared over 16, so it equals 1. So find our center of HK, which is our center here is negative 4. By transposing here it will become positive 4, and our k is negative 2, so it will become positive 2. So let us find the value of a, and take note that a is always greater than b. And in this equation, the greater value of number, which is 36, so our a here is 36. A squared is equals 36, and square root, and so squaring this, so we have a is equals 6. And now let us proceed our value of b. So our b here is 16, so b squared is equals 16. Squaring this, so we have b is equals 4. Find our c, we use Pythagorean theorem, which is by having this formula, c squared is equals a squared minus b squared. So substituting, so we have c squared is equals our a squared, which is 36, so we have 36, and our minus b squared 16, so 36 minus 16 is, we have c squared is equals 20. By eliminating this square, so we have c positive negative 2 square root of 5, approximately we have 44.48. Let us proceed our vertices, so which is having this formula h positive negative a and k, and substituting, which is our vertex 1, which is 10 and 2, and our vertex 2, which is negative 2 and 2. Then the foci, by having this formula, so we have h positive negative c and k, substituting, so we have focus 1, so we have, which is 4 positive 2 square root of 5 and 2, and our focus 2, which is positive, so 4 and negative 2 square root of 5 and 2. Find our transverse axis, so we have 2a is equals, okay, our a is 6, so we have 2 times 6 equals 12, and our conjugate axis is equals, so we have 2b, and our b is 4, so we have 2 times 4 is equals 8. Find our endpoints of conjugate axis, so we have this formula, so h and k positive negative b, substituting, so we have 4 and 6 and 4 negative 2. To have our LR, so we have 2b squared over a, by substituting, so we have 2 to 16 over 6, so 2 times 16 is equals 32 over 6, so by having half of 32, so we are 16 over 6, and approximately is equal 2.67. Our inputs of LR, so we're having this H negative C and K positive LR, and H positive C and K positive LR, and H negative C and K negative LR, and the last one we have H positive C and K negative LR, and Substituting, we have 4 negative 2 square root of 5 and 2 positive 16 over 6, and second we have 4 positive 2 square root of 5 and 2 positive 16 over 6. And the third one, we have 4 negative 2 square root of 5 and 2 negative 16 over 6. And the last one, we have 4 positive 2 square root of 5 and 2 negative 16 over 6. And to find our eccentricity, we have this C over A substituting, so we have 2 square root of 5 over 6, approximately we have 0.74. Now let us sketching our graph. By sketching our graph, so we need to locate first our center. So our center here is 4 and 2. So we have 4 and 2 here. So this is our center, 4, 2. And the second one is our vertex. So our vertex 1, so we have 10 and 2. So we have 10 here. So this is our vertex 1. So in our vertex 2, so we have negative 2 and positive 2. So here, so this is our vertex 2, negative 2 and positive 2. And the third one, our foci, which is our focus 1, we have to locate 4, 8 and 4. So here is our focus 1, positive 2 square root of 5 and our focus 2, so we have here, so this is our focus 2, so 4 negative 2 square root of 5. So our endpoints of conjugate axis, we have 4, 4 and 6, so here, so this is our 4 and 6, and our 4 and negative 2, we have here, so this is our 4, negative 2. And our endpoints of LR, first, we have to locate our endpoints of LR. We have here, this is our first endpoints of LR, 4, negative 2 square root of 5, 2 over 6. And the second of endpoints of LR, which is here, so we have endpoints of LR 4, positive 2 square root of 5, positive 16 over 6. And the third endpoints of LR, we have here, so this is our third, so 4 negative 2 square root of 5 and 2 negative 16 over 6. So in the last one, so we have here, So this is the last one in points of LR. 4 positive 2 square root of 5 and 2 negative 16 over 6. So and now we have to connect our points. So here and now this is the graph of equation at center of HK, which is x negative 4 of x squared over 36 positive 4 negative 2 squared over 16 is equals 1.